Welcome back, guys, to another edition of Unknown Game Review. Today we're looking at Enemy Territory, Quake Wars. Now, Quake Wars I was expecting to play a lot like, or look, or even somewhat resemble the original Quake that came out for the Xbox 360, which was really cool. I mean, the original Quake, which I'm sure most of you, all of us have played for the earlier generation PC players, was really cool and revolutionary. Basically, the story is the Strogg, which is half man, half machine, have come to Earth to harvest everybody's flesh so they can build their own civilization. Of course, we're trying to fight them away. But as far as the video game of territories or enemy territories, the game is really lacking. Now, for a lot of people who already know the type of video games I play, I like to go through the campaign first and then dabble in the multiplayer, but I like the campaign because you get a really good feel of the game. This game is straight up in campaign mode or in multiplayer mode, multiplayer. In the fact that, yeah, right here I'm driving a tank and it's really cool, but the thing is it's constantly set up like online player. Like I'll get killed by stuff like Dr. Zhivago and just weird non-existent people that the computer has decided killed me, which is really annoying. But basically it's just like playing online on a big map all the time. There's no story, which, you know, I understand a lot of people don't dig stories all the time, but you know what? When I buy a game and I click it into campaign mode, I'd like to play some kind of campaign, not just online all the time.
I'm in disguise. I'm a medic.
Now, just like any other first-person shooter online game, you have your different categories like covert ops, soldier, medic, and engineer. And I personally like being an engineer because A, you can repair things like vehicles and turrets. B, you can build turrets and place that right there, which is a little landmine. So if somebody tries to go and repair that turret, it'll blow them up and their turret. But now here's the killer. You know, like in this game you get anti-vehicle, anti-personnel, and anti-aircraft turrets. Problem is that if you look up to my right-hand side of the screen, you see all that red? Basically, I'm inside the enemy territory. So, when I'm inside the enemy territory, I can't place any turrets of any kind. My team has to control the area around me in order for me to place turrets, which you guys who play online multiplayer Call of Duty, you know that placing a turret in a key location or in front of a door can mean the difference between your team winning and losing. But on this game, unfortunately, that is not an option. You have to, basically, you're just protecting what's already yours, which I think is pretty lame, but you know, I'm not sure why they came up with that idea. So let me give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Right here, I just redeployed as an engineer, which of course kills me. Literally, I drop dead and I respawn. Now, I'm deep inside of enemy territory. Now, see all the red on the ground? That's telling me I can't deploy it anywhere. Even though my opponents are probably good 50 yards, 60 yards ahead of me, and now they're chasing me, I can't deploy this thing anywhere. So, I'm going to have to back up after I get rid of all these taggers and try and redeploy it behind us, which isn't going to do me any good when their enemy is going to be seriously out of range in about, I don't know, 10 seconds.
Keep up, soldier. That turret's not gonna deploy itself. Hurry!
If you do decide to pick up this game, which I got it for super cheap at GameStop, I'd probably just totally skip the actual human playing as humans or the human campaign. Usually with a first-person shooter online game similar to this one, what this one's trying to be, the game is balanced. But in this game, the Strogg have all the cool toys, like these jetpacks here that actually you can hover and you can jump very, very high, and it's just a lot cooler than anything the Marines have. And not only are the weapons and the backpacks cool, but check this out. This is basically a giant walking tank. And when you're on the human side and you see this thing coming, you're about to have a really bad day. But when you're on the Strogg side, oh, this thing is fun to drive. Well, as you can see, guys, I absolutely love this game. Not so much. The game is fun to a point, but honestly, guys, save your money. The graphics, I gave a 3. I've seen better, and I'm sure which you guys have too. As far as the story, there is no story. It's just fake online play even when you're not connected to the internet, so I gave it a 1. Fun. It's a first-person shooter, so I gave it a 3, but other than that, guys, it's not something I'm impressed with. Downer is, of course, too much like playing online, even when you're not online. There's no story, so it's just like online. So, worth picking up? Not so much, in my opinion. But you've been watching, so if you're interested, I'm sure there's a couple copies at your local GameStop in the super clearance discount bin. Like I said, I picked mine up for really, really cheap, and now I know why. So, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Also remember to subscribe, that way you can get my next video, which will probably be out next week. But other than that, guys, my name's Joel, and I will see you next time on Unknown Game Review. Cause she